Hello and welcome to Health and Beauty Hacks with Mia. I'm really excited to have you on today on this episode. I get to introduce you to an amazing woman that I've known for many years. I'm lucky like that. I get to meet a lot of brilliant people. Her name is Joan Marie and she is a very gifted intuitive. She works with people in business, on the body, and the medical. She helps wipe away the emotional issue. She's able to see right into you. And so that's the beauty of this hack with her for on the health and beauty hacks is she's going to share with us different ways that she just cuts right through the garbage and things get healed. So welcome, Joni. It's great to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited and I love that you are doing this. It's awesome.
Yeah.
A way to share your joy, your bliss, your wisdom, all of this amazing knowledge.
Thank you. It's really beautiful to bring to the world, this is how I see it, what people most need right now. You know, before I was, and I still am, a self-love teacher, but this is about self-love and cutting through those areas, right, that hold people back in their healing, the progression of their businesses, their lives. There's so much, unfortunately, that when we incarnate on earth that we seem to have issues to get through. It's part of our journey.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I call it the humanness. People
Yes,
get
the humanness.
humanness.
Yes, absolutely. Would you like to share with the audience a little bit about what brought you to the love of this work? And then we'll start in on our conversation.
Sure. I've always been intuitive, so I don't know a life without it. My mom is incredibly intuitive and psychic, as was my grandmother, and probably many generations before that, and even my grandfather. So I actually jumped on my mom's coattails, really. She used to give retreats, and last minute someone couldn't do the meditation, so I just jumped in, and I think it was just love at first sight, this dance of being able to connect with people, being able to share what's going on inside of them, and the anger or the hurt or the rejection or the pain, and saying, you know, for this very moment, it might be a bummer or might be sad, but oh my God, there's a whole world for you to live. There is so much abundance for you. And if I can help you tap into that healing, then the world is your oyster. And it kind of just set off like wildflowers. Really, it just happened so fast and so quickly. And I just am in gratitude every day that I've been able to help people or be the conduit. I use the highest vibration of divine love that just moves through me to share the messages or to share the healing or whatever that person needs in the moment.
Yeah, I love that. I love that when we're clear, we stay clear, and we can see right through stuff, right?
Right.
That's what you're speaking
Absolutely.
of. It's such a clarity. Beautiful.
Yes.
So share with us how to embody the highest vibration of divine love. I'm looking at my notes, everybody, when I'm going over here.
Well, great question. So, I have this infinity to the Divine Mother Mary. And so for me, the Divine Mother Mary is just pure love of the feminine energy. I connect greatly with the Creator as well, and the masculine energy. But I just have always called in, because I know a lot of people call in many different energies, and everyone gets to choose what is best for them. There is never a right or wrong. So for me, the highest vibration of divine love is the purest form of love. So there's no issues, there's no ego, there's no humanness attached to this frequency. It is your divine mother, your divine father, the highest frequency in the highest heavens that are longing for us to call on them. And so for me, I just envision myself being in the highest frequency, the highest plane. So it's like the heaven on earth. And I've always put myself, because it works for me, in a sacred garden. And I like to be surrounded by light and trees and the sunlight and the flowers. And I'll just sit there in the bounty and the beauty. So pure love is you soaking in what is bounty and beauty for you. And when you feel it in your heart, it then opens up the back of your heart. You can feel it in your core. You can feel it in your legs. Every cell in your body will start tingling with this sacred love. And so it's really putting yourself in a place, in a visual place, and then calling in that highest frequency of the purest form of divine love. I also feel the energy of the sun rays. So the sun from the heavens is just pure love. and that actually that same frequency of the sunlight in the heavens is inside our own bodies. And so you want to connect with that light in the heavens because it's activating a deeper sense within yourself. Does that make sense?
Of course it does. And, this is my thing too, sister. So I love this. This is beautiful. So really what it is, what she's saying is, this is a practice, everyone. It's not just that you can go out you can go out every once in a while, but the reason she's so clear and the reason that those that practice are so clear is because just like everything, practice makes proficiency, right? You cut through all the stuff and then you don't have to cut through the stuff because you're already there. So I
And
love
that's the truth. And if you have like a bad day, like we all have different emotions, it's like you can literally tap into it wherever you are. And the key, which you keep bringing up, which is being so clear, is you have to clean your emotional house. You have to heal your wounds. There is no way about it. There is no pill. But it's not a negative thing. It's falling in love with the rejection that's happened to you, falling in love with the sickness that has appeared for a reason. It's falling in love with whatever you deem as lack, whether it's financial, emotional, a loved one. And it's just learning and letting that energy speak to you. Everything has a voice. Anger has a voice. Hurt has a voice. Sadness has a voice. Rejection has a voice. Let the voice speak. When the voice speaks, the healing begins.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. It's so interesting how, as humans, everything is attached to our emotions, right?
Yes.
So what you're talking about is spirituality and self-love and combining them to heal all that, right? When you say about being in your divine love and that vibrancy, it's literally a practice. And what I saw, because it's something that I do, and maybe it's not, maybe you have a different technique, but I literally see myself, out either in nature or on the lawn. When you say having the highest vibrancy of divine love coming forward, women like us or men that also practice this form, literally we are into all of divine love, right? The earth, the grass, the flowers, our bodies, what things smell like, the senses. It's really lovely.
It's
Yeah.
so beautiful. And we were talking, I don't think it made the recording, but when you're like, I want to go out and see my babies, my trees. And it's like, yes, go be in nature. And look, if it's appropriate where you are, run around naked,
That's what I said
Get
to
in the
Jody.
like, hug the tree, just sit there. But, even, if I use the energy with her Mother Mary, I always ask her to appear to me. And I think that when I was younger and I was very sick from a head-on car collision, I prayed to the Mother Mary because I was taught to connect with her through my mom. And I asked her to appear to me and teach me love. And it's for any human being. Invite in this pure energy to say, come be with me. Sit with me in my dreams. Sit with me right here. The presence of the energy can come in right now and wants to help you.
Yeah. And that's so beautiful, because what do you want in your life? Do you want the negative energy or the positive energy?
Right.
So it is all about energy, and it is that beauty of I wrote something on Facebook the other day about being in, even with ancient or yoga from India.
Yeah.
Instead of westernized, it's so beautiful, the breath, the touch, the connection, the spiritual graces in every pose and every move and every, like I said, in every breath within us. That is that divine love going through our body, just what you're talking about. So make everything in life that you love. That's what the pleasures of being human, right, is being able to enjoy everything that goes through our system. It's
Yes.
lovely. Yeah.
And people need to breathe, especially now with everything going on in the world. You need deep breaths. I love yoga, so I'm a big yoga person, and laughter. Laughter is so important.
Yeah.
A client of mine, I've gotten many emails in the last couple months saying, Joan Marie, I used to do these retreats and train people to be coaches, and a bunch of them said, you predicted this virus. It was, I think, 10 years ago. Now, I didn't say it was COVID, but they said, Joni, I apparently had said a virus is going to be here and everything that's happening. Now, and I said, God, and I said, my God, I must have. I figured it was 20, 30, 40 years from now, and we're like
We're
almost
already
gone.
on it. Yeah.
Like I wasn't thinking it was now,
Yeah.
like in the next 10 years. So it's like this, unfortunately or fortunately, was set in stone. If I saw this years ago, it was already in the frequency that was going to happen. So that doesn't mean it needs to destroy us. It means that we are allowed to rise above it and stay connected with the joy, the celebration, and the blessings in life.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. So let's talk about how to ignite healing power within you.
How do you heal the power within you? Great question. Let's see the answer. No, I'm kidding. How do you do that? No. You have to, it's interesting because in order to heal, and people can heal, I believe, again, the key is you have to believe. Like when I work with people, it's just a soul to soul connection, and it's their contract, and I'm the conduit to support them, but they are doing the healing work. Right? So in life, when I do my work, I don't lower my vibration to match somebody else. I keep me really high, really solid, really secure. And then I teach people to rise up and to match this frequency. So I dub it like a mountain. Imagine you are a mountain. And what is a mountain? A mountain is thick. A mountain is solid. A mountain will not crumble and fall away. A mountain will stay whole. And so the key for a human being to heal is to connect within the wholeness that's already in you. You know, I don't believe that anyone is broken. And I know people say, oh my God, I'm broken and I need to be fixed. You're not broken. And so in order for you to heal, you have got to imagine and visualize and feel the strength so deeply in you that you can say to a mountain, you could say to that disease, go into the sea and evaporate into nothingness. That's how powerful a human being is. When I was very sick many years ago, I took the Bible's, the verse, if you say to the mountain, be removed and go into the ocean, the mountain will be removed and go into the ocean. If you believe with all your heart what you're saying, thy will be done. So it is the strongest belief within you. It's almost like it is non-negotiable. And you've got to sync your body. I call in the highest vibration of divine love, and I call in my higher self, which is your yes person, that piece of you that's your cheerleader, that piece of you that knows without a shadow of a doubt. And I say, rise within me, higher self. And I say, wisdom, take over. Love, take over. The power in me that could bend a spoon, that can move a mountain into the sea, that is so strong within without a shadow of a doubt. I've got to awaken. So it's like the golden flame is awakened in you. And then with that, you feel what it feels like to be completely whole. And you feel what is it like to be completely healthy, or to have abundance come in right now, financial, or a deal come through, or whatever it is you need. You have got to feel the end result in every cell of your body right now. And you sit there and don't get up until you feel it in every cell of your body. And if you still, because you will, have that rejection or that self-doubt or that piece of you. I remember one time I went to bed at like 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, I can't deal with my critical voice anymore. I'm putting my head under the pillow, because there's a piece in you that's going to fight that war. And you have to say to yourself, I am allowed to have peace. I'm allowed to have peace in my body. I am whole. And then those pieces that want to throw daggers at you or take you out or not believe that it's possible right this second, give them the voice. We don't need to shut them down. We need to love that voice and say, thank you for your thoughts. I appreciate you. But my real truth is this. That was a lie. It's really not our truth, but thank you. So what can we do to dissolve this? But this is our truth. Will you allow yourself to focus more on the truth, and let's remove the lie? Because when your mind realizes that you've been lied to, it doesn't want to stay with the lie. It wants to go to the truth. That's very important. So where were you lied to? Either you lied to yourself because you didn't know you were really that valuable, or maybe a parent just had a bad day and you took on their energy. Maybe somebody's very critical in your life, or maybe you thought you were doomed. I have a friend, for whatever reason, I think she felt she had to punish herself because she chose the divorce. Why? Would you punish yourself for a choice you made that was best for you?
Mhm.
So it all comes down to you on you on you,
Mhm.
never another human being.
Yeah, I love that. You know, when you were talking about getting into the vibration, the frequency of that end result, that feeling of feeling elated or having that money flow through to you, whatever it is, that's a practice too, so that we can stay there. That's so beautiful because that is what it is. I chant consistently. I mean, not every moment, but every day, I am in spontaneous remission. Did you hear how I said that? I
Yes.
am in spontaneous remission because that is actually what's happening. That's what I believe. At first, I could not even say I am in spontaneous remission. I used to say all these weird things, right? Because my subconscious, my unawareness was trying to block this healing because I wasn't resolved with wanting to and knowing that I was struggling. You know, when I recognized that I was going off the planet permanently this time, I recognized something different. I didn't want to go, right? So we
Mm.
declare that to ourselves. We demand it. We command it from the universe. And we are that powerful. We have free will. And it's beautiful. I call it chanting. My Buddhist friends, I'm starting to study some Buddhism because it's just something that called and something that I want to be more aware of. And they, you know, obviously it's done in different forms of languages, whether it's Tibet, Chinese, whatever, Japanese. Um, but it's still the same effect. We can do it in English, you know, and it's that awareness, it's that laying in that new pattern, that new realization. I now believe it, you know, and I've believed it obviously for like, maybe it took me 2 weeks to literally, I struggled over blah, 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 like, you know, like it was mush in my mouth. So I love that you brought that up because there really is a powerful place when we can be that graceful for ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
And things do take time. You know, you can have an instant healing, but then now you have to stay there, and it is a practice. I'm so glad you're saying this. Every day it's a practice.
Mhm.
Every minute. I'm at the gym working out. I'm in that zone. I'm in that
Yes.
emotional
Yes.
connection. You know, I could be working with a client in the shower, going to meet friends, and it's staying in this frequency
Yeah.
and calling it in. And it does take a minute. And another thing, and like as I see you, you are completely healthy and whole.
Mhm.
And, you know, people, your loved ones, your family members can all see you like with this golden ray of light within and without and around you, which is your divine sacred healing.
Mhm.
So it's like I'm seeing you perfectly healthy and whole. You already are. You always were, actually.
Right. Right. It
Something
was,
just knocked on your door to say hello.
yeah. It was the human awareness that made me realize, but the divine, of course, I'm an infinite spiritual being. So I needed to step into that again. And you know, like you, I come from a line of mystical women and metaphysical women. And so we know what we know, right, Joni, from birth. But then sometimes we get distracted in life on the shiny objects, right? And so then we bring ourselves back in, and then that's where we remain. They don't call us sages and they don't call us crones for nothing, right? We've earned it.
Right.
We've earned
Right.
it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
Like
right.
that, the humanness. I have been very human in this lifetime.
Yes, yes. But that's why we're here, right? That's why we're
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
And do you sing? Have I ever asked you this?
Do I sing?
Yeah.
I used to be a singer. I don't so much trust my voice as much because I've experienced a lot of things in my life. When I was in high school, late in high school, I was in a rock band, and I had a fight with my boyfriend at the end of the school year, and my ears started to bleed, which meant my brain was bleeding. And then I got lockjaw, and I healed all that. I even lost my sight that summer for about a day, and then it came back. You know, I mean, I got busy on it because I've been healing since I was 4. And
Mm.
so I've been afraid to trust my voice, but
Mm.
but did you hear that? I've been afraid to trust my voice.
Because I'm like, she needs to sing.
Yeah,
She needs to
yeah.
sing.
I
Even if you sing
dance,
in the
I sing.
public.
Yeah, I do need to. I do need to. I do need to. I'm also going to, last year during the healing of my mom's passing, I became very comedic because I sought laughter. And so my friends were like, oh my God, we got to get you on stage. And my husband's like, we got to get you on open mic night, you know? And so it's like, I still have these things that now I'll add singing to it, because you're right. I need to express who I truly am.
Right. And it's for you. It doesn't matter if you're in tune or not in tune. You're just having a
Yeah.
ball for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, you have a
I
powerful
do. I
voice.
do. I do sing that way. I thought you meant professionally. So
Well, I got the message you need to sing.
yeah.
So yes, I'd love to see you
Yeah.
sing
Yeah.
professionally, but
Yeah.
whatever serves you is perfect.
Right. It's beautiful. So let's talk about purifying the root of the problem.
Get into that old nasty spot.
Clearing that
That's what
stuff
I
away.
call, right. That's what I call it's been in you for lifetimes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like getting to the root. This lifetime, for most of us, probably all, but for most of us, is not our first go around.
Mm-hmm.
And so much of what people are going through emotionally has to do with hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And, you know, if people, again, I can never tell somebody what to believe, but, you know, we've been men, we've been women, we've been Asian, we've been Black, we've been Caribbean, we've been many flavors. And if you're open to the awareness of, you know, I'll share with you, someone was talking about an experience with Black Wall Street and this horrific experience that happened years ago. And I never even heard of it, but I saw this video on it and I looked and I said, oh my God, I was a baby there and I died, had no idea. And when I went to bed that night, all of these rooted issues of mine that I've had since birth here, unworthiness, the petrified fear of, oh my God, looking over your shoulders, what could happen? All these layers. When I realized that I had lived in that experience, they left my body. And I said, we are all one at the end of the day. And if people can get the reality that we all experience each other's stories because they've been ours somewhere along the line, that's getting to the root of the many lifetimes. And that's when I can look and say, wow, I mean, the depth of fear had left me. And I just thought, wow, and I have healed a lot of fear in this lifetime, a lot. And I felt like, wow, that was one piece that was still remaining. So getting to the root is giving yourself permission to not be afraid that some big dark secret is going to come out that you had no idea about, because that's not what it's about. It's about saying there may be experiences that are still playing out in my body that I'm not aware of. And let me dive in and excavate. It's like being an explorer. And it's saying, let me go deep within. Let me not think I know it all, or let me not think I'm done. I think my greatest stories are my old students who came to me and I said, oh, we've got to deal with father. Oh, I've already worked on father. I said, honey, you haven't even begun. So it's like, we think we've dealt with something, but it's still playing out in your energy field. So it's giving yourself permission to be okay, knowing that many flavors might be still playing out in your energy field. And it's, do we want to dance with that, or do we want to purify that? Again, are we reacting to things? When you see right now going on in the world, there's a lot of unfortunate reaction. And reaction can create destruction. And so I think a person has to look and say, do I want to create destruction within my energy, or do I want to honor the wholeness that's already in my energy? And that's when you'll dive deep and purify the core root. We're all here to heal the root.
Beautiful. I love that. Now you have a free, can you believe the time's gone this fast?
We want more.
I know. You have a free gift for everybody. Would you like to share?
I do. And I'm sorry it's coming a little convoluted because my beautiful tech guy, who I love more than anything, has been away, and we wanted to honor him and keep his sacred experience to him. So I have an amazing book called Love, Heal, Fulfill. In this book, it's an ebook, and there are 5 powerful meditations. One actually is the Mother Mary meditation, which is talk about swimming in the purest form of divine love. it's in that meditation. And so each meditation is a clearing meditation. So it'll help you dive in. And the book is just a powerful book to help you not only fall deeply in love with you, but to heal with relationships. There's a segment in there. I talk about the 9 layers of love. I talk about, this section with, do you want to marry you? Do you want to still be married to you? Do you want, like, it's like, we've got to check ourselves and how we're behaving and how we treat others. So it's a powerful book with a lot of great tips and tools and meditations to help you see the light, the beauty, and the adoration of who you really are.
That's so
So
lovely.
I would love you all to have it, enjoy it, and just let it help you celebrate the amazing life that you already have.
I love that. That's really beautiful. What a generous gift. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
I'm
really
excited
lovely.
for you all to enjoy it.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so before we sign off here, what is on your heart that you haven't shared that you'd like to share?
Ah, that's so beautiful. My heart, and I know you know this, we have such big hearts, and I say this gracefully, I say this humbly. My heart aches when people ache. My heart has so much joy when people have joy. And I think with everything going on in the world right now, if you can look at another human being and honor them as you honor yourself, whether you agree with them politically or you agree with their choices of how they're living their life or not, can you look at a human being and say, I honor you the way I'd like to honor me?
It's beautiful.
I think that'll help so much in this time that we live in.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah. It was so lovely to have you on.
No, I'm hugging you.
I know, I feel it. It's
And I
beautiful.
just love you so much.
I love
And
you
I'm
too.
just excited for all the beautiful things that you're doing.
Thank you so much. It was great. I've been wanting to interview you for a long time, so it's really good.
Thank
Really
you.
good. Yeah.
I'm glad that you did.
Yeah, me too. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we'll see you in another episode of Health and Beauty Hacks with Mia.